This should be a fairly interesting kind of video for all of us. I'm really excited about it. And you guys, all of you guys who are into slightly bass friendly IEMs and do not mind a bass head kind of IEM, this video should help you understanding a bit more uh, about all these things, how to uh, make a judgment about these IEMs in particular, because every IEM has its own kind of flavor to it, and that's what is really special about this industry. There isn't anything that is mimicking another perfectly. There aren't many IEMs like that, and all these three IEMs are unique in their own. They are bass friendly, Bassy and bass head. This three type of IEMs are here. The first one is the Audiosense T800 8BA drivers. This is the Penon serial. This has three dynamic drivers. Dynamic drivers are very good for bass. And this is the Honeydew, a bass head IEM from Campfire. And now let me be clear. All these IEMs, all these three IEMs are good for bass. None of these IEM lack the bass. They are not flat by any stretch of imagination. But let's start with the Audiosense T800. If you do not want a lot of bass, if you want cleaner bass, cleaner notes, you do not need the huge amount of punch, and you believe that every part of the spectrum should have equal kind of emphasis, they should not be overpowering another, and you do not mind slight bit of V shape to it. This is a fantastic IM. It's not a new IM. It's been in the market for 3 years, and still then three and a half 4 years. This is an old IM, but still it has the technical ability, the sonicality, the details across the spectrum, which is fantastic. While the sub bass reach is very good, the mid bass is good too. There isn't a lot of texture in the lower end, but the punch is there. There is reasonable amount of texture and stuff, but the punch and the sub bass extension is there. Sub bass has good amount of rumble, but the mid bass does not have a lot of texture. Texture is something BA drivers at that point of time were not exactly great with. If you do not want texture but want very good mid range, very good treble range, uh, above average stage size, sonicality, and stuff, this is a fantastic IEM at $300. I simply love this IEM. There aren't many IEMs that I recommend more over the Audiosense T800. This is still is a exceptionally good IEM for the price, at the asking price. The cable in the package is very good too. There isn't anything to complain about except that the base is not very textury or layered. You do not have that kind of luxury with this. What do you do when you want a bit more from that? You want a bit of a bassy feeling, you want excellent texture and stuff, you pick up the Penon serial. This has a 10 DD for that, and this is simply the best IEM you can get for texture and reverb. The decay is slower, and that cohesive, that musical feeling, that melodious kind of lower end is exceptionally good. Very, very good. While enjoying it, I'll have to say this has some of the best balance when it comes to sub bass and mid bass. Sub bass is very good, very deep, nice rumbly, excellent rumble to be precise, and very good depth to it. It reaches deep into the spectrum, like 20 22 hertz, and the presence in that that frequency is very good too. The volume and stuff is very good. But then the mid bass is not very voluminous. Let me show you guys. If the T800 has bass volume like this one has a bass volume just slightly bigger than that. How can I show you guys? uh let's do with this. uh Bass volume like, no, I really cannot do that. This has a smaller bass volume, this is slightly bigger bass volume. The area of impact is bigger on this, but it still is not a bass head IM. This is a bass friendly bassy IM. This is a bass friendly analytical, or you say more critically inclined IM. This is more technically capable. This is not very capable when it comes to technicalities, but the bass texture and that thing is just simply outstanding. Stage is good of this IM too, but that sonical abilities of this one, the dynamic cue placement of the T800 is not exactly present with the Penon serial. This is good, reasonably good with that, but that level of transparency, that level of finishing definition is not exactly present with the Penon serial. It is more smoother, more musical IM. It does not have that kind of aggression or attack to it. What if you want a bass head IM? Then we come to this beauty. This is a beautiful looking IM. I fell in love with the looks of this IM, and this is just simply is a bass head IM. It has the volume, it has the weight, it has the punch, it has the aggression. It does not hold back. While hitting, it just hits. It hits you with all it has. It does not hold back. That's the thing about this IM. The punch is full bodied. The texture is not as good as serial, but it has more volume, more impact, more energy to it, more area to it. It just hits with a full body, full hearted feeling. Simply, if you are a bass head, this is an excellent IM for you. If you are a bass admirer too, this one is a IM to get. Excellent for bass lovers. Now, is everything else not good? I'll say this does slightly better than the Pan serial when it comes to emphasis across the spectrum. This one has a bit more finishing energy. Those notes have, when they finish, and they finish, then they drop. Okay, the drop is the decay. When they finish and they drop, this one has a bit more energy in the finishing region, which gives it a bit more resolution, a bit more definition to it. It sounds very good across the spectrum. I don't know why people didn't like this, but when compared to this, I'll have to say this is slightly more defined. Notes are a bit more defined, there is a bit more resolution to it, but then this one does not have that much of micro revealing capabilities which this one has. This is slightly better with the micro detail. This one is mostly about macro details. There isn't anything exactly great about its micro detail abilities, but then again, the macro details are very good. For $200, if you want a base head IM priced at 20,000 here in India, this is excellent. There isn't a single doubt about that. And this is priced at $300. Does this sound like a $300 IM? Yes, it does. It does sound like a $300 IM. I'll have to say that if you are looking for a texture filled lower end, nothing really comes close to this IM for as much as $600. There isn't anything as good as this. The low end this IM provides is just simply the most textured, even more than the Empire Hero. This one has more texture, slightly slower, but the texture is really good. It retains all the texture you can ask for. If you want a bit more analytical, a bit more cleaner sounding IEM with more details, this is the IEM to get. BA based IEM. If you are not exactly allergic to BA based musically inclined IEM, this is fantastic. I'll have to say that this has more consistency than the Andromeda V3 2019 edition. The V3 was less consistent when it comes to notes. This is more consistent and better there. That's kind of odd, but then again, this is the capability of this IEM, more even and does not miss out on any details. Yes, the low end texture is not exactly great. So bass friendly, not bassy. This is the bassy IEM and this is the bass head IEM. So three categories. I'm not including any flat IEM because no no bass lover likes a flat sounding IEM. Do they? No, they do not. So this is the video uh, featuring the serial Audiosense T800 and Campfire Honeydew. So this is it, guys. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy.